No, just start off, talk a little bit about this past game. Get off to a quick start.
Yeah, I think it was a good game. It was a big game for everybody here, and being that we lost to them last year after being up and everything, I just heard everybody talking about it since I wasn't here, but I felt the energy before the game, and we came out and showed it too.
The adversity and moving the game off campus and all that, did it affect you guys at all?
I think it helped us stay focused. It gave us more motive to continue to prep everywhere we went. Even on the buses at the hotel and everything like that. So it helped out.
You guys ready to? Is it nice to get back to some sort of normalcy for this week here and kind of get back into a normal routine?
Yes, sir.
No, when you're out there and you're obviously being held a lot, is it frustrating, or do you ever talk to the official about it, or they see it? Obviously, they see it. It seems like you're. Right?
It's a part of the game. I don't really say much about it. I just try to come out and play every play like it's my last one. So I continue to play hard, and it doesn't really bother me. I don't really think much about it anymore.
You broke your hand right before the P game, right?
Yeah.
And you just played right there. Kind of talk about, has it bothered you at all or anything?
I don't think it's messed up any of my play. I learned to play with it. I did extra work on it to see if I could play with it, and it's helped me a lot. So it hasn't the cast hasn't helped, but doing extra work to learn how to work around it has helped. So.
Especially that first game, did it bother you at all? It happened on a Tuesday or right that week.
Thursday.
Thursday, so 2 days before the game. Did it bother you at all, that first game?
No.
Talk about a chance. Offensively, you guys have so many weapons offensively now. I think 14 different guys had a catch Thursday. Just talk about the kind of weapons you guys have on that side of the ball.
I feel like we're blessed to have those type of people to come play in, because, when somebody isn't able to make a play that certain night, we can always put other guys in, and they can come right in and make plays. We got several running backs running the ball, scoring, and it's not all on Deshaun, pretty much like it was last year. And we got Vinny, he's playing lights out right now, phenomenal. He had five touchdowns the other night, and that's big because, everybody sees Eastern Kentucky and they think a running team. That just gives them more options they got to cover throughout the game.
Yeah, it's becoming kind of almost about 50-50. It used to be very run-heavy, but now it's about 50-50.
Yeah. Like I said, the run game, it helps Benny out. It opens up more receivers because they got to respect our running backs. They're doing such a good job, and it's giving lanes to throw.
Yeah, especially the last 3 games, Benny just looks real comfortable, and he just seems like he's total control out there.
Yeah. So he was happy to have him out there making big plays.
Adam, talk about the number of odd weapons you guys have got in your offense. You guys have got a ton of different guys who can make big plays.
It makes it really hard for the opponents that we play to really game plan for us due to the fact that we can run and throw. So it makes it a lot harder. They have to honor the run and honor the pass. So it kind of give us a lane and give us a lot of one-on-one matches in the running back core and a lot of one-on-one with the wide receivers and stuff. So I feel like it complements itself.
First OVC road game, I guess you guys pretty much just taking same routine, same thing you guys always do from week to week, I guess?
Yeah, pretty much.
It's only Monday. Did you guys have a chance already to kind of peek ahead to see what between you guys played on a Thursday?
Yeah, we go over the game plan on Sundays and do a little walkthrough on that Sunday also. So that gives us a look ahead at what we're going to be practicing against throughout the week and prepare for what we have for the game.
Offensively, defensively, what have you guys seen on them so far?
Defensive-wise, they run pretty much the same thing they did last year. And we're not really gonna change too much, We got what we gotta do. We gotta go out there and just execute. And I feel like that's with any team. You can't really try to change too much from game to game. You just gotta go out there and execute the plays that you know.
But offensively, what have you seen on film so far?
They got a lot of good players. The wide receiver number 1, I think it is. He's pretty good, and but they're a big option team, and we're just gonna have to learn how to defeat that. So.
Chance, one thing I've noticed on offensive line is that you haven't had a whole lot of, as a team, illegal procedures. Is that something Coach Wells emphasizes?
Yeah, it's something that's like a big part of our offense, not having like pre-snap penalties and mental mistakes and stuff like that, because it can kill a drive. So that's something we harp on at practice a lot, making sure we get our cadence down and stuff like that, because if you go out there and you have that one mistake, it could go from being 3rd and 1 to 3rd and 6. So that's a big part of our, something Coach tries to teach us.
Chance, you guys have not allowed very many quarterback sacks. Can you talk a little bit about the pride you guys, as an offensive line, you guys taking that?
I feel not giving up sacks. I feel like it's not only us; it should be the pride of any offense, because we got to protect our quarterbacks from guys like him, and if we can go out there and make that happen, that's big, because a quarterback most likely he's probably the franchise of any team, and if you can stick together and protect him and make him feel comfortable, and that's when he goes off and has those big games when we need him.
You don't have to try to stop him, right?
No.
I was going to say, as practicing against Noah, does that help the offensive line?
For sure. I feel like if we can maintain some way to slow him down during practice, there's not too many people I feel out there in the world that's better than this guy here. So it helps us out a lot seeing that type of athlete out there every day.
Nothing being normal, but now you do kind of get back to somewhat of a normal schedule here the next couple of weeks. I know today's a holiday, but now hopefully you can.
Got fall break, so we move practice an hour so we get the kids off the field earlier, so that's different. But that's our new normal. Is there's no normal. Our kids have joked about it. Now I've said it so much that the new normal is there's nothing normal. So get ready to embrace the brutal facts of reality and what the day brings you, and do your best and get after it.
I was really just blown away by you had 14 different guys with a catch the other night. I mean, the weapons you guys have on offense is just kind of stunning.
Yeah, that and just the fact that how Coach Dameron and the offensive staff and Benny has just spread that thing around. That's the incredible thing. I think you can pigeonhole yourself. This guy's really good. This guy's really good. So we're going to do these things with him, and not do some other things. The fact that we've got confidence in a wide number of guys in a variety of positions. Look at all the different positions that caught a pass. Tight ends, slots, outside receivers, running backs. So I think those two things really bode well for our confidence as a coaching staff and our players, and then just B, our players' ability to make plays when we say, hey, okay, we're going to throw it out here to this guy. The guys have done really well, not only catching the ball, but securing the football and protecting the football.
Especially the last 3 games. Benny just looks lights out. He seems very confident, very he's matured a lot back there. He seems like he's in total control of everything.
Yep, he really has managed the game really well, and listen to Chance talk. I think a big part of that. I think he's got confidence in those guys. I think Benny has confidence in his O-line is going to protect him, and when you have that, you're able to manage the game a little bit better. And I think he also has confidence in the guys around him. The guys he's handing the ball to and the guys he's throwing the ball to. But he has been excellent with just his crispness of his passes, his understanding of the scheme, what the offensive coaches want him to do, and his protection of the ball and his management of the game.
Yeah, he finally had his first turnovers of the year last week, and it's kind of amazing too that the number of offensive threats you have, and you don't have Glover still. It was kind of update on Jeff.
I think he's going to run around a little bit today and see how he feels. So we're making progress in that area. And down Scurry as well. That's your starting center. Z Stevenson has jumped in there and done well, and Coach Wells has done a good job getting some other guys ready.
Have we seen Hopkins the last couple of weeks?
No, Contavious has been down. Mike Scott has been down. Hopefully he'll be back today running around. He had a concussion, and we really need him if Beasley's down, because Beasley pulled a hamstring in the Tech game, and I'm not sure if he'll be available or not. So it'd be big to get Mike Scott back. With Bees possibly being down, and Brian Green stepped up and made some big plays for us at slot position.
First RBC road trip, it's obviously a long trip out to SEMO. I guess what these kids have been through, I guess, no big deal, right?
Yeah, you got to win on the road. You know, if you want to win a championship, you got to win conference games on the road. And you know, we've got 4 tough ones in the road trips that we're taking this year. You know, A, long trips. B, really good football teams. You know, we're on the road against some great football teams, and SEMO's the first one.
SEMO played EKU tough. And what's your scouting report on those guys?
Yeah, they're really good. You know, they got a really good quarterback. They got a freshman quarterback that's lights out. You know, they got number 20 hurt. Their running back that played had a lot of success against us last year, but you know, number 8 is scary. You know, he's a little bit like 3 from Tennessee Tech. He has really got some good speed, and he's a really good football player. Up front, big, good, you know, good blockers. You know, 28's a heck of a blocker at fullback H type of a position. The O-line are really, really good. You know, they've got a couple of really good receivers. I think one of them's out. I think 11's out, but one is a phenomenal receiver. He'll be tough to handle. And then, you know, I think the thing about SEMO too is they're very sound all 3 phases. You know, they're really, really sound defensively, and you know, on special teams, they get it done on special teams. You can tell they spend a lot of time on it.
Do they run some options?
Yeah, they've got option principles. You know, they've got some you know, zone read option stuff. They've got some power read option stuff. So, you know, you have to be structurally sound, and you guys got to be disciplined in playing their responsibilities.
I mean, you guys have seen anybody this year that does those kind of things yet?
Well, we went into Tech with a lot of option. That was a little bit concerning with the short week. You know, playing Tech and you know, Coach Brown, all the creativity that he has offensively, and then the fact that a lot of his offense had option principles, and you know, we didn't see as much. You know, they had a quarterback down. You know, that was part of the deal with Tennessee Tech. You know, I thought our kids played really hard and had a lot of success, but I think they were shorthanded without their quarterback. And you know, he was the guy mostly. You know, 18 that was, you know, running a lot of the zone read pass type stuff, and they didn't have him. But you know, we prepared last week for a lot of option components from Tech.
We talked about that for the game, but I mean, getting the tight ends involved is obviously could be huge for you guys down the road to have more options offensively.
Yeah, and we got a bunch of them. You know, I mean, we got, you know, Barton Mann had catches, Johnny Floyd had catches, Smerber had catches. You know, Ben Maiden had catches. You know, of course, Ben's been pretty consistent catching the ball, but you know, we lost Tyler Malone early in the year, and then we haven't had Barton Mann all the way up until this past game. So, you know, working that tight end spot, you're a little nervous, you know, making a big game plan for those guys, but Schmerber's coming on as a freshman. You know, Barton Mann's, you know, back healthy, and Johnny Floyd had a heck of a football game. And then, you know, we feel like Ben Maiden's just a matchup problem, you know, for guys, because he is, you know, he can really, really run, and I think that, you know, causes some issues for some people.
Tell us about Green. I mean, I don't think he hadn't seen him much in the first couple of games that he catches a touchdown pass. Is he the one from Akron? Or
yeah, he's a transfer from Akron. You know, well, we had Mike Scott and Beasley, you know, both going, and then Mike Scott didn't go into the game against Tech, and then Beasley pulled a hamstring. So, you know, in jogs number 8, and he really did a nice job. You know, takes a lot of focus to be in practice and make sure you understand the game plan and make sure you understand everything that's going on. And my name's called, and I go out there and, you know, do things right. That's a real tribute to him, because when you're that number 3 guy, you know, it can become a thing where you don't feel like you're never going to get in, and you maybe not pay attention, and your reps are, you know, cut a bunch because you got to get the number 1 and the number 2 guy ready. So I thought he did a nice job stepping in and knowing what to do and execute.
And you guys have had some injuries, but when you have this kind of depth, especially on offense, you're able to overcome those, I guess, a lot easier.
Yeah, that, and we've been fortunate. You know, when this guy is down, all of a sudden this guy's back healthy again. You know, I mean, right when Deshaun got healthy, I mean, thank goodness, you know, because we had Adam Lane was sick and Contavious, you know, couldn't play. You know, so we've had a little bit of that, and it looks like that may continue this week. You know, we may not have Beasley, but Mike Scott may be back. So I think that's been part of it. Is we just been blessed with the timing of, you know, who's out and who else is available.
I mean, haven't seen Deshaun break one yet, but it seems like he's just that close almost every time he touches the ball.
Yeah, he's getting better. You can see that he's starting to get that motor running, and he's starting to become more like himself. So, he had to do it on a short week. The most reps he got all year in a game was Kentucky, and then he had to turn around short week and be ready against Tech. And I think he was a little more tired than maybe he'll admit to. But now with, gave the kids 2 days off, had that rest, and now just a normal game week, hopefully, against SEMO, we'll see Deshaun at closer to, game 7, 6, 7, 8, of a year ago.
You guys always do such a good job of keeping the kids focused, and, you still have to know that Halloween night showdown is coming up in 2 weeks, but there's obviously still two games before that, so.
I have any idea what you're talking about. The Halloween showdown at my house is what time I go trick-or-treating with the kids, and what are they dressing up as in Halloween. We take one ball game at a time, and quite frankly, most time when we come in here, I don't even know half of the stats and this stuff going on until I see it in one of these printouts, or somebody asks me a question about it at the luncheon.
What about when a team has a receiver like McRoberts, number one?
Is that one? Okay, yeah.
Do you scheme differently, or do you slant your coverage more that way, or how do you work with that?
We're aware where he's at, put it to you that way. I mean, he is, that's not the only guy they got. I mean, they've got plenty of other guys. It's a little bit like Tennessee Tech. The 8 wasn't the only guy they had. They had a number of other guys, and SEMO's, they're the same exact way, but there's no doubt that he's premier, one of the premier guys in our league. Easy to see. He's a bigger kid. He can run. He runs good routes. He catches the ball. I mean, he does the whole deal, and he's a tough one.